The New York Mets completed a series sweep of the Cleveland Guardians by defeating them in both games of a day-night doubleheader at Citi Field. The Mets' 5-4 win in the matinee and their 2-1 victory in the nightcap each showcased unique aspects of this season's squad, especially considering that Justin Verlander and Max Scherzer both made starts for New York today. The afternoon portion featured a clinical outing from Mad Max Scherzer. The three-time Cy Young Award winner posted 6 innings of scoreless baseball, struck out 5 batters, and only allowed 3 hits. Afterwards, he said that he simply attempts to find a way to win every time he takes the mound.
Just found a way. Find a way to win. That's all that matters. Go out there and pitch. You really don't take anything from this other than how do you compete and how you win. So I went out there, gave the team 6 innings, and for me, I felt like I did my job.
An RBI base knock from Eduardo Escobar in the bottom of the 4th, an RBI sac fly courtesy of new Met Gary Sanchez in the bottom of the 6th, and a solo shot from Brandon Nimmo off of Cleveland starter Tanner Bybee helped give the Amazons a comfortable 3-0 lead by the conclusion of the 7th inning. However, Adam Ottavino ran into trouble in the top of the 8th and surrendered 3 hits and 3 runs. One of those runs came across when David Robertson came in relief with 2 away and a runner on, and gave up a 2-run home run to Jose Ramirez, which gave Cleveland a 4-3 lead. Have no fear, though, Mets fans. These guys have seemed to find their stride. Brett Baty walked to begin the bottom of the 8th, and Starling Marte followed it up with a 2-run home run to right center field off of Trevor Stephan that ultimately gave New York a 5-4 lead that they would not relent. The long ball was Marte's 2nd of the season. Robertson stayed on to slam the door and cement the W. After the game, Mets manager Buck Showalter made it clear that the hero of the affair, Starling Marte, is the kind of player who wants to play with passion for his team.
He cares, and when you have some of the conversations behind closed doors that he and I enjoy having, and alone, it's just, you get to know a guy, and it means a lot to him.
The second act of today's doubleheader was headlined by Justin Verlander. He did give up a solo home run to Jose Ramirez in the top of the 1st, but was otherwise spectacular. Unfortunately for the Metropolitans, though, Cleveland starter Shane Bieber was just as good for the majority of this one. He didn't allow a run until Francisco Lindor went yard and collected his 7th home run of the season in the bottom of the 6th, thanks to the kind of consistently solid approach he attempts to cultivate at the plate.
I've been able to put good swings on the baseball. Before I was swinging and my swing wasn't there. I swung at too many bad pitches. I wasn't controlling the at-bats. This week, it's little by little, it's coming. Baseball is a long journey. You just got to stay the course and continue to walk in the line.
Just 2 innings later in the bottom of the 8th, Francisco Alvarez led off with a single, was then taken out in favor of a speedier Marte on the base pads, who was eventually moved to third on a Lindor single. With runners at the corners, Jeff McNeil lofted an RBI sac fly that would give the Mets a 2-1 lead and make ace Justin Verlander's work stand up. All told, the 40-year-old hurled 8 innings of 1-run baseball, struck out 5 batters, and only surrendered 3 hits in a winning effort that he attributes to a commitment to attacking the strike zone without necessarily hunting for punch-outs.
Just trying to pound the strike zone and get deep in the game against a team that doesn't strike out a lot. So, I think trying to hunt for strikeouts isn't a good game plan. So figured I would like to attack the zone and see where it took me, and worked out pretty well.
The doubleheader sweep of the Guardians cements a series sweep and affords the Mets their 5th win in a row. New York will now turn their attention to the Cubs as they head for a 3-game set that begins Tuesday night in Chi-Town. With WFUV Sports, I'm Colin Loughran.